Good morning, traders. Good morning, everybody. JTrader here. We're going to start in a few minutes. So first of all, let me read the first part of disclaimer. So general disclosure, all Bookmap Ltd materials, information, presentations for educational purpose only should not be considered specific investment advice nor recommendation. Risk disclosure, trading futures, equities, and digital currencies involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past fair performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. Now, welcome everybody. So today we had an amazing session on indexes and futures. We started trading, and this is one of the mandatory trades that we're going to discuss from the team over here. So the team over here getting long, selling into partials, buying over here dips, selling, and then rebuying dips and taking the whole move over here. At the same time, we were trading SPY, ES, and then also we had positions profitable on Qs and also on NQ. So the morning was essentially on the indexes and on the futures. Our process is very systematic. So we have clear setups, clear rules for what we're going to trade. The process in this case on SPI, SPY was given from the strategy, the key levels, the risk management, so only trading stocks, tickers, futures, positions where we can have at least 3-hour return, at least, and also based on the order flow. So we're going to discuss together what we did on SPY, discuss together even the position on ES, on NQ, and on the Qs. If you have questions, please use the YouTube session. So we're gonna go over them with you. First of all, we'd like to know what were your positions today, what you traded, if you have any requests, so after we can go over that together. So we're gonna start with ES, just to give over here an overall picture of what the futures are doing. So we had this, for now we're gonna hide these. There we go. So we had this series of lower highs, lower lows in July, August. You can see over here bearish trend, and then we started forming on the 25th of August a major over here dip. You can see over here we broke this previous low, so you can see where we broke this area. We had a major over here bear trap. I like this pattern over here. You can see the bear trap breakdown, and then right away we started like to break this trend line. A very strong move over here yesterday, so daily breakout. And this morning we were consolidating and bouncing. Our goal this morning was to take advantage of this market scenario. What we had over here, let's look into the 1-minute chart. There we go. We had the morning where we had price action simply holding over here the J lines, right? So we had over here what? We had essentially nice slowly uptrend. Then 9 o'clock, at 9 o'clock over here, we started having a base. This base was around 45.07. 9:30, this is the open. We start buying dips over here. Same time on Qs, same time on SPY, same time on NQ, same time on ES. On ES and SPY, we had a major over here A+ setups. We pushed into this key daily level, which you can see was a level from this previous high. And then we had this formation of a wedge breakout. So over here we started like to sell in partials. And now we're looking over here for this pullback in this area, 45.16. At the same time, we traded SPY. And we took the position exactly into this area. So this area here, and also in pre-market this area here. Okay, so we took a first position, a second position long, a third position. The structure is totally systematic on how we trade. What we like over here this morning was the fact that we had a major over here support at 49 and 20. So we're looking for this is a major level over here support. And then once we had this base holding, you can see this 49.50, which was this level over here, right? You can see the base over here holding. We started looking for this at this wedge pattern. So we see over here the contraction of the volume, so volume getting lower. We have over here what? We have simply higher lows, in this case here, and then lower highs, right? So we start to look at 9:45 at this breakout over here of the wedge. Breakout, then we have over here another pullback. So we're talking about this area over here at 450. You can see that we had a major pullback, right? This area. And then they start to uptrend, forming higher lows and higher highs. At this point over here, we're looking only at the times and sales. So once we are looking for a long, we are looking simply to see the follow through of the big hands. So looking at the block orders, the same structure was over here on ES, and this is how we were looking over here at the structure of the block orders, and over here the same on SPY. We had an major extension. There we go, trendline break, and now simply unwinding. So at the moment we have over here not anymore a position. We took this, I will say, pretty good on those longs this morning. And now we're simply waiting. So when we're talking about explaining during our morning commentary, we had both the live trading sessions on streaming with Zoom explaining the entries, sharing the charts, and then showing, for example, the block orders over here. This was on ES this morning. So explaining the confirmation over here of the strong volume, and you can see that we're using those same over here, in this case, the same parameters that we're using during the bookmap session. So good morning over here on both scenarios. So both ES and SPY. One thing that I wanted to talk about this morning is using the proper risk, which is crucial in trading for several reasons. So we're going to continue over here watching a SPY. Now we're only looking at SPY if we can have over here support this morning area. Okay, so we're looking at 49 and 20/30 support on SPY, and over here we're looking at 45.05, 45.08 on ES. Okay, so we're going to look at support. The reason why it's important over here, I'm going to write few points, right, for you. So I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. All right. So we're going to put over here risk management, why it's important. So the first point I would say, capital preservation. What does it mean? So the first rule in trading is protecting the capital that you have. So with a good risk management, you want to lose more money than you pre-planned. And that means like sticking to a plan, okay? You can be right and wrong. The main point over here is always preserve your capital. So capital preservation is the first reason why we have to use the risk management. The second thing is that it will reduce emotional trading. So yesterday I was talking to a trader and we were talking about his risk management. So this is a trader that has, I would say, during the week, some serious, good four-figure days. The only thing is that when there's a loss, and he has few losses inside a month, there's like an emotional instability by his side. So his losses are often pretty large. And the reason why is if we don't control the risk that we have on those red days, okay, we won't also control, okay, we won't also control the emotional reaction to it. Because every single time, and look over here how that 44.9 and 20 is bouncing. So if we cannot control our losses, you know that this will have a big impact on our trading, okay? And a big loss can destabilize us and also force us to follow more emotional trading. So we are controlled by the emotional part of the trading, and that's our reaction. It's normal. At I would say, every time we have a large loss, we can be affected. Maybe revenge trading, maybe we feel like fearful, so we're not gonna trade anymore. We're gonna simply jump in other opportunities where they're not A+ setup. The other thing that I would say is consistency. If we can have a proper risk management, and this means allocating, for example, the same amount of size per every A+ setup, so the A+ setup is the best strategy we're trading. If we always gonna allocate the same amount of size, okay, based, for example, on the risk that we want to take, let's say $10,000 on trade, okay, then by using the proper risk management, so using the same size, having always a clear risk of where we're going to take the exit in case it's not working, and always having a plan to exit. This, first of all, will avoid big losses that can wipe out our gains. This will make us more consistent over time because we're going to follow always the same process, the same, I would say, plan. So by having a correct risk management, we're gonna be more consistent over time. Okay. Also, I would say over here that there's one point that I would say risk management is very important for. So in this case, for me, is longevity. Nobody talks about, you know, being having longevity in the markets, and this means like really passing years and years and years, still being like profitable, still being consistent, still having that, I would say, love for the market. And you can have this only if you're not swiped out from big losses. So risk management is going to simply reflect in terms of longevity. So that when you protect your capital, you ensure that your capital is going to still be here for the next year, for the next trade. Opportunity will come, they will arise always. So you don't need to really simply jump in any other low A+ setup opportunity. So right now over here, we're looking for bounce play on ES and obviously also SPY. So we're really claiming over here this level. So we're taking along over here 49.30 with a very tight risk, and 45.07 on ES. Risk over here is the 44.9 and 20 on SPY, and on ES is 45.06. So what we're looking for, you can see, is the bounce play that we're having just right now on this V pattern and on the reclaim over here. So our long over here is this, okay? And as soon as we see that it stops over here, then we can correct ourselves and put the stop break even. So we have over here what? We had a major stuff, and until we're gonna hold the 44, 9, and 20, we're gonna hold this long for a potential bounce play. Okay, traders? So over here, this is the key, that bookmap over here reversal. So right now we want to see what? We want to see this making higher lows and higher highs. We want to see more heat maps coming in. The target we're looking is 450, sorry, SPY 450 TP. And at the same time, as we said on ES, we're going to look for that 4512. So ESTP 4512, okay? So a new heat map over here, 44, we'll call it 49.56. And now we can move the risk break even, so 44, 9, and 30. So you can see the process over here explained. For 49 and 20 and 30 support on SPY, this alerting at the 424, so alerting exactly when we are fading over here, and then the timing over here along 49 and 30, so exactly this point over here. There we go. This is our timing entry because we see this bookmap support, right? This reversal pattern over here. Exactly that. So this is, we're gonna put over here very small. There we go. So now we're getting to that 49.81. For 981, we can sell over here 1/3 on SPY. Yes, over here 45.12. Remember over here the first target, yes, 45.12. So yes, sell 1/3, 45.12. So nice V pattern over here on display. Good morning, trades. Good morning, guys. But remember over here now, the target is 45, 15, and 50. So yes, sell now the 1/3 if we touch the 45, 16. And we're looking also at SPY. We're still in on SPY. Beautiful move over here. There we go. Target 450.20. So SPY, sell now the 1/3, 450 and 20. Okay, traders. So over here, I will put it over here, 450.20. All this from the pattern that we were looking for, okay? So support on SPY and on ES, check for the support. Then we'll alert to the long exactly over here, looking for that major V pattern, demand zone over here, and target to the 1-minute J lines. Okay, guys? So pattern over here, so full process. I'm gonna put over here the full process so we can follow it, right? And you can see how perfect the J-lines are over here, rejecting that level like a magnet. And this morning, to the setup that we learned over here for the long side. So now we're going to trail with 90 MA using order flow. So let's look at SPY over here. We're going to stay with 50 as our trailing. So 449.50 trailing on SPY. And at the same time will be on ES. So you can see the long over here. The buy. And over here we have the main target J lines. And there here the sell. Remember, we still have 1/3 the position. We had also long over here this morning. This I wanted to put over here so that you can see it. There we go. Maybe it's better over here. Okay. So our entry alerting before when we are looking and where we're looking for the bounce, so at 24, so over here. And then at the exact time we had that setup over here, we were finished talking about the risk management, alerting the exact entry setup. Make sense? Let's hold over here now. Remember, we're using this 44.9.50. And this is really buying the dip. The level over here is at our 449 and 30. So now we're not looking to target anymore this. We're going to look for a target 451 and 40, okay? So next TP, so the last 1/3 for the 451 and 80. So we're gonna stay with that for SPY. Some liquidity over here stack at 450. You can see over here 10,000, right? We want to see a consolidation above 450.00 and then push to this 45, 451 and 40. Waiting over here, traders, for what? I'm waiting that or we break this low 449 and 50.5052. Otherwise, we're holding the trade. We want to see a major move. On instead, yes, we're waiting for this level over here, 4508. Remember, our entry came over here in the exact moment that SPY triggered alert. So you can see over here when we got in at 49 and 30 on SPY, we had also 4507 on ES. So now we're trailing the money, this 8 point a quarter. So simply now staying with this SPY and ES. So what I like over here is this factor. So we're having a contraction over here of the volume. You can see that it's getting tight. So we can look for this break over here. This is our target, okay? When I see this target over here, we need to see a clear break of this area, 450. We're gonna see this breakout, major J lines over here, and then a break and push to the upside. $450, another attempt. Now we're gonna see if they're gonna clear out this liquidity stack at 450. This was the first move that we took this morning with some mentor students over here, buying always those dips. You can see same time they did on SPY and then on ES. Now, the second strategy we took over here is a different strategy than what we took this morning. It's still very effective. This is a strategy that we trade since years and years on futures. And we need to trade this strategy only when we have a bull market, okay? So you're not gonna buy these dips over here if we are in a bearish trend. So the key over here is to buy this when we are in a bullish market. Okay, like the gaps, the bounces that we have in these days. Remember, traders, that we have 2 different webinars and courses. 3 live session on the stocks and 3 live session over here in the futures live manual, access to the trading room. So reach out to JTrader.co. When we trade and we alert the trades, we don't alert the trades after they happen, but we, like we did in this case over here, we explain the strategy before to our members. So you're gonna learn the key strategies that, of course, we leave for the room. And then we simply guide the traders into this, like just we did right now. So 450 over here didn't clear out yet. As we said, we need to see over here a break of this 450, consolidation above, and then push. Sorry traders, I will look over here into the questions just when we finish this part over here. So we're looking for this clear out over here, 450.20. What I don't like over here is that we still have a lot of liquidity jumping in at 450. Just look over here, these block orders on SPY. And you can see that we're still rejecting this area, right? We're still rejecting this area here, 450. And still seller jumping over here. This is our like guide, the way to go. You see over here the seller, these are all block sellers. So what we want right now is the push. So using same trailing as we said above. So always I'll inform over here the team, the room. So we're gonna have that support on ES, SPY, using it as a trailing. Again, that heat map over here, you see the liquidity stacked, came out at 450, 450.09. So if you joined over here right now, what we did this morning, we're gonna post over here 1 second. So at 424, so this is 1024, exactly this bar over here, we alerted that we have a support on a SPY 449.20.30, which is this area over here, and 4405 and 4408 on ES. Check those as support. When we came all the way down over here, at exactly, let's see over here, SPY long at 430. So exactly this point over here, you can see this bar, exactly this bar, you can see over here, look the time, 430, SPY long 49.30, 45.07 on ES. Okay, that's your 1030. So at 1030 timestamps, we are alert over here the long, exactly this point. And we took over here a partial into this move, but now we're waiting for this tiny narrow consolidation. And we want to see a hold of this 450.00, 450.10, where we have heat maps over here always coming. And then we're looking for that push over here to the highs. At the same time, we had the position over here in ES, and we long over here into the 45.05, again over here timestamps. So we had over here 1030, sorry, over here 1030, 45.07 on ES long. 1030 bar is this over here. So we're long over here on ES. Okay, so that, you know, 45.05, 45.06. Okay, this is our buy. And now if this fails, we're gonna trail in the money 45.08. But even here, what we're looking for? We're looking for this potential move to 45.30. And there we go. So we need to hold this level. Yes, over here, you can use Rhythmic, the X feed. This is the major dip we bought. You can see over here the volume coming in, right? At that major dip over here. So a nice V pattern. Let's go back to SPY. We're getting into the 1050. So we want to see over here this holding and breaking up. So very tight narrow consolidation right now, just patience over here. If we don't stuff over here, so stuff means having this resistance and right away does this, then if we hold over here and we start like dipping and curling, high chance to see over here this level, 451 and 40, so reclaiming all of those highs. But we need over here a really big, strong push on SPY and on ES, okay? For now, we're having this ascending triangle, okay? So we can see this level over here. There we go, right? So potential over here, move to the upside. What do you think? Looking for this. I mean, this I don't know. There we go. I'm looking for this pattern over here. Let's see. It's trying over here to break this 450.20. You can see over here, we have more block order passing by, right? I like that. That's sustained over here volume. Also, traders, please click over here, the like. And you can follow us as well on Jtraderco YouTube channel. Thank you. Click the like, smash it. So break over here for 50.20. I like over here this liquidity. So we could have over here a push this 451 and 40. We stay in. And now what we're looking for? We're looking for this next level of liquidity over here. You can see this is the level because we rejected over here multiple times. So we're gonna stay with that, right? Thank you, Bus, NVIDIA High of Day. Remember, traders, tomorrow we have a Bus webinar at 12:30 New York time. So webinar on options tomorrow and stocks. More volume over here. Rising over here, the bid, 450.45, that's good. So it's playing in our favor here, the market. 4 and 4 this morning, 4 longs on ES and 4 longs on SPY. Each one alerted. And again, our alerts are not after this move happened, but just in that moment. Now, what we want to look for is that we hold this previous supply and now demand, okay? So over here, price action I think is pretty clear, right? We're looking for the breakout, dip, now holding over here. We want to see this hold. We have a trend line. We don't want to see a breakdown of this trend line. We broke over here on ES. This ascending triangle, so this is a good confirmation. SPY over here is behaving the same way, so break of the ascending triangle. We have to hold over here the whole position that is left. Remember, we got out before 2/3 of the position. So we got out in this push over here because we're stopping this level. Now we're going to hold the remaining part over here for this highs. I have a question over here that's asking the times and sale blocks on your SPY. I think you mean on SPY, right, buddy? So I put over here 1,000 because I want to see over here when the price is increasing and we have a climax, so we have acceleration. I want to see these like flashing by very fast. But if I have to look at ES, I'm going to put the big blocks orders of 60 at least, okay? So when I'm looking at this, what are the mains what I'm looking at? You will see over here the 144, 388. So I know over here a lot of liquidity joined, right? And then I will look over here at this 100, 170, right, in the same few seconds. And then I'm looking over here at this as well, almost in the same few seconds. So I know that that's high liquidity pushing over here. So we're getting traders to this first level on SPY where we wanted, which was this 450.50. And now we still need to hold for this, okay? The target is still far. So beautiful work on SPY, and yes, these are our timestamps. I can re-put over here the whole entire process. This morning we had the break over here, so we got long on these dips over here, and the whole entire session was recorded. Over here, 10:30, we got in at this point over here. This is 1024, 424 is 1024. So exactly here we alerted that we were looking for that support. And then you can see over here again, yes, long at 10:30. This is 4:30, this is 10:30 New York time. Long at 45.07. On yes, we got in long over here. You can see this time, 10:30, 45.07. Right now price is 45.20, so a nice juicy gain, but we want to see more. We want to see this level of liquidity over here. Okay, so we want to look for this major 26 or 30. Got it. Let's go back also to SPY. We're screen sharing over here. SPY Bookmap. Good morning, Vihu. We are in two position over here on SPY on yes. We're looking at NVIDIA as well, at least some of our traders. We are not long over here. Right now, we have the break of the pre-market high. We had two major setups over here this morning for the long. One here and one over here on these patterns. But we are right now on the indexes and the futures. So right now what we're going to look, traders, we're going to look to trail everything with this trend line. So raising, trailing on ES and SPY with trend line, okay? No, Kyle, we have a trading room at Jtraderco. Every morning we screen share Zoom from 9 o'clock till 10:30. And then we have a webinar each week and private sessions for mentoring traders or who takes the one-on-ones. One-on-ones are sessions, private of 30-60 minutes. We have a trading academy over here in Italy where we form traders. So when you join the room, traders, you will see over here in Boiler Room all the alerts, all the strategy, the setups, alert traded. Then we have a futures trading room where we share also over here content. You see an announcement room where we share educational content. For example, over here you'll see this is just a screenshot of 2014 trading ES and futures. Looking at our consistency, profits, results of members, blogs and everything. Each morning posting over here a watch list with what we're looking to trade. This morning, for example, we're looking to trade over here. One of the setup is long on ES, long on NQ. We had also long on Nvidia, so looking for calls 495, 500. Over here you'll see every morning a streaming link, members trading room where members share the room, and then we have a private section over here in mentoring where we simply follow mentors one by one, and we have in private session with each member separately and independently. So right now you can see that we broke this, and that's the reason for us to take out for a profit. So this didn't pay as we wanted. We're in 45.07. It came all the way down over here, 45.13. That's your exit. So in this case, ES less partial, 45.13, sell all. Thank you very much, Razor. Traders, remember, smash that like, please. This is all free for you, so. And you can follow us also on YouTube channel over here. So this case, traders, look, again, we broke this level. We're in over here for this 45, 449 and 30. Look over here. This level, alert at 10:30, exactly in this bar over here, we see the arrow, why we had this reversal pattern over here in Bookmap and holding it. So we're out all over here, 449 and 80. Okay, so SPY, we don't care if now we'll go up. We will ideally look to re-enter. So SPY out all, 449.80. Okay, sell all. This is a good point where to sell. Now we're gonna look if we have other potential plays to enter on SPY and ES, and we will trade Tesla, we will trade Nvidia, we will trade like many of these, but this morning we're focusing on these because these were the strongest. If you look at Tesla this morning, there's no follow through, there's no like big move, and this is why, because after a day where Tesla moved over here 20 points, sorry, where Tesla over here moved 20 points, you can see over here the Jalon's right, from this dip over here, look when it was green. Till this point over here, this was all long. But now it's natural over here, some consolidation. Because when we have major, big days on something like Tesla, Nvidia, we want to see after consolidation. Okay, so we're not going to long over here simply because yesterday we had a big major day. We wait over here for a confirmation. Nvidia over here breaking out, so a little bit stronger, but we're going to stay still with SPY and ES. So let's zoom in right now again. Okay, so we can cancel over here our levels. or forecast. Now, if we're gonna have another setup, I'm gonna look again for this setup to enter. I wanna see over here a bookmap pushing. So I like over here SPY. We have a reversal bar in the 3 minutes. So we have a nice SPY hammer. So taking over here dips. So looking for the 450.40, too long again. Again, traders, don't follow us because this is the 5th trade of the day that we're looking to take long exactly here. Okay, our risk in this case is going to be simply this level over here. Okay, read the disclaimer. We're taking this long because we're waiting over here for what? We're waiting for this push and we're waiting for this breakout. So we're going to risk over here very small. This morning we're already almost at 12 R, so we're going to risk only 1 R over here. Okay, so that's the risk management to adopt. So what I like over here is that it's forming some little bit of support for 50.30. The setup we're trading right now, I'm going to explain over here, is called Jtraderco. This morning it worked, and I will tell you how many times it worked. It worked over here. Sorry, the first one over here. It worked at this point, so we long all these, and we long all these, okay? Then we took the long over here, and now we're taking the long exactly over here with that risk, the blue line over here. But in this case, what we're doing over here, we're lowering the risk. So we are plus 10 R for the day. We're risking only 1 R, okay? Because if this doesn't go, we don't want to put into risk our trading day. Make sense, traders? I like the way that a trader over here, I need to share this trader NVIDIA. I think he traded this very, very good in the meantime. Over here we have automatic stop loss, so use the stop loss. This is how the member trader NVIDIA, so long on the pattern that we trade. So this is a pattern with rules that you will see once you enter the room. He longed it, and then over here he shorted. So he took the win long, and then he took the short win over here. This instead is another trader, but in this case using options. So buying options over here, selling, buying, and selling. Remember tomorrow, masterclass on options with Bus. So right now we're risking, as we said, 450.10. So we're gonna stay with that risk. So SPY risk 450.10, and TP is gonna be 451. The same time that we enter on SPY, we also enter on ES. And ES over here, this is a long exactly now, 417.25, 45.17 and a quarter. It's a long, again, risk the same time we are risking SPY, okay? So we have always what? 2 confirmations, SPY and ES. And we're looking at Bookmap at the same time. Okay, I like over here this green, right? These bars stepping in. Now, what we want over here is this trend break, right? If we see a stuff over here, I'm explaining the process always in the room. So if we see stuff, equal, get out fast, immediately. For now, it's not stuffing. And as we said before, protect always your capital. We are today on 4 wins on ES and 4 wins on SPY. So now what we're risking 2 trades. Max will be 2R loss. Be consistent and be always disciplined. If you need help, you can reach out for one-on-one or mentoring sessions. You can see now more sellers jumped in over here on the ask 45, 19, and 50. So we have a wall of sellers over here. This is a bearish signal, right? But we're still holding with this support. This is our support. This is our risk. Is that clear, traders? This is our risk, this blue line over here. We need to see the break of this level. If we break this level, we're going to look for that 451. So we're holding over here, tight risk. These are the plays this morning with the buy over here, alerted live in our private streaming room. And then we long over here for everybody on YouTube at 449 and 30. And we sold everything. And now we're longing over here and we want to see this breakout, okay? Time of the day is not with us, but we're still trading the strategy. If now we're not gonna see this working, we're gonna gut the position. Make sense? Philippe, you're still long with us? Very tight over here. So once you put a stop loss, you simply have to wait. So this is yes and SPY. Look over here, those major over here. Block orders, right? These are sellers. So careful over here. If we drop this point, I want to see traders over here curl, and I want to see this explosion, okay? So we're staying long over here. So remember, unless it stuffs, we are long on SPY ES from this dip. Setup from playbook, but remember time of the day. So lack of liquidity. I still see over here, you see no major buyers. Look over here on the order flow. What is the time sales saying? Still sellers, right? I don't see any major block passing, but we're staying with the plan. Now we remove over here the liquidity that we had, but we need to see buyers stepping in. If it stops, I'm moving the stop right away to break even or cut it very fast. Tight consolidation. What I like always to do is passing my chart from a 1 minute now to a 5 minutes or a 3 minutes. Sorry for this, I will try to clear out a little bit. Generally I have other screens where I share. So you can see over here the pattern, right? This is where we long now, this is the risk. We want to see this trend line break. But again, we don't see those major buyers stepping in. This is our risk, traders. This is our risk. So we want to see this now. This is a pattern that you can learn from the playbook. And if you look over here at Bookmap, what I see essentially, a small pennant, right? A small pennant over here. So when this is based on a support, we could have this, which is what we're looking for that 451, or it's gonna be simply drop over here and we have to cut it immediately. Look over here, is breaking this wedge. Is volume coming in now, or we have sellers stepping in? For now, they bought the dip, looked at wick to the downside, right? And we're staying still conservative with our stop loss over here. A little bit of buyers. So not really an absorption that 450.20. Some still some buyers over there. And everybody, what is looking over here for? Everybody's looking for this trend line break, right? Everybody over here is looking for this trend line break. Over here, I put the name of the setup, but over here is our buy. So the entire over here process of the morning, you can see in boiler room. The first long alert over here, 49.30, exactly this point here. And now we're long in the second time over here. 45.17 and 25 on ES, okay? And the same time over here on SPY. So I want to see over here a push. You can see still no blocks passing, but a lot of sellers are in, right? We're forming right now on this 5 minutes. What is this pattern? It looks like a hammer on a SPY 5 minutes. Still 1 minute to go. A little bit more, 40.50.52. We need to break this resistance, 0.67. At the same time, we are in on ES. So it's doing the same exact thing. Okay, process over here, we're long from here. $11:20. Time of the day. Let's see if this bar closes strong over here. There we go. Breaking up this trend line. So hold positions. Okay, hold position right now. And what we're gonna do right now, we're gonna risk break even. Okay, we're gonna risk break even. So we're gonna simply cut our risk from 1R to 0. I want to see over here what this 40.50.30 holding, and we want to see this move to the upside over here. Remember, first target we set 451. We need to break this area. So we're going to put over here small levels of liquidity. This is the level of liquidity that you want to see. And then we have also this other level, which is the first target, clone. Put over here, 451. You see the process very systematic. This is the TP. Okay. Setup right now is working, but instantly remember, this market can dump. That's the reason why we raise now. We're gonna update over here for who's on YouTube. Risk updated to break even on ES and SPY. So Trader, we have a few minutes together. If you have questions, please reach out. You can look to trade with us exactly now live. Learn the strategy at JTrader.co. We have a mentoring private plan where you're followed independently on a separately, I would say, Discord chat room. Right now, ES is going to break even. SPY going to break even. So not working over here. That's the reason how we use the risk management. If you just came, look what we explained at the open on risk management. So our 3 main points, why it's important and how to use it. This is Jay. See you again next week. Reach out to me if you need help, and good luck for everything. Thank you very much.